big pumpkin pie in the sky. Children sing, children waltz. Who gives a darn if your face is false? Jump on your broom like a witch. Go and toss all your gloom in the ditch. Go out on the street for a trick or a treat. You're a cinch to strike it rich. Halloween, Halloween, all other holidays fall between. The night of All Hallows, so light up the tallow and make it a bright Halloween. It's Halloween. While you build a fire, someone lets the air out of your tire. Owls and bats, howls from cats may scare the buttons right off your spats. Don't be afraid of a ghost, for the ghost may be merely your host. Go out on the street for a trick or a treat. It's the same from coast to coast. Halloween, Halloween, all other holidays fall between. So saddle your sorrow till after tomorrow and make it a bright Halloween.
Punky Punkin, the happy pumpkin, happy all the day, and his great big smile will scare your cares away. Punky Punkin, the happy pumpkin, never wears a frown. You can see that he's cut out to be a clown. The candlelight inside him makes his eyes light up and gleam. They shine right through the window at you for a happy Halloween. Punky Punkin's a happy pumpkin, and do you know why? 'Cause he's a jack-o'-lantern instead of being a pumpkin pie. Yes, he's a jack-o'-lantern instead of being a pumpkin pie. Punky Punkin, the smiling pumpkin, grinning happily. You can count his teeth 'cause he has only 3. Punky Punkin, the winking pumpkin, blinks his eye at you, for his favorite game is playing peek-a-boo. His birthday is on Halloween, so that's a special date for all the other jack-o'-lanterns to get together and celebrate. Punky Punkin's a happy pumpkin, and do you know why? 'Cause he's a jack-o'-lantern instead of being a pumpkin pie. I wouldn't trade his sunny smile and funny nose and winking eyes for a bakery full of pumpkin pie.
Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat for Halloween. Better give a treat that's good to eat if you want to keep life serene. Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat the whole night through. Little scalawags with fiendish gags can make it tough on you. So when ghosts and goblins by the score ring the bell on your front door, better not be stingy or your nightmares will come true. Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat for Halloween. When the pumpkin shells cast evil spells, your little white house turns green. Your little white house turns green. Your little white house turns green. Every post is a ghost if you got a witch's brew. And if you want your gate to circulate, oh, we can do that too. Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat for Halloween. When ghosts and goblins by the score ring the bell on your front door, you better not be stingy or your nightmares will come true. So when ghosts and goblins by the score ring your bell or pound your door, better not be stingy or your nightmares will come true. Jack-o'-lantern grin and that a ghost made of linen. It's Halloween. Time for apple duck and hear those old gobblers clucking. It's Halloween. Drink up that golden cider till there's no more room for the cares of the day. Unload your pack of troubles on a witch's broom and let her fly away. Buy a funny false face, decorate all the wall space. It's Halloween. Try that pie, it's pumpkin, have a donut for Duncan. It's Halloween. So let's go ring up your doorbell and let's paint a few days free. And let's be just like kids again on Halloween.
Afraid of eating candy, afraid of getting fat. You're just a fraidy cat, but I love you just for that. You're such a fraidy cat, a dishy wishy kishy, don't know where you're at. You're such a fraidy cat, but I love you just for that. Why you never want to do a little stepping out, you're just as shy as you can be. Like a pussy in the corner, you just sit and pout. Why don't you come and play with me? Say don't be a fraidy cat. Come on, admit your heart is going pitty-pat. 'Cause I love you just for that. Fraidy cat, meow, fraidy cat. You're just a fraidy cat, but I love you just for that. You're such a fraidy cat, I guess you wish you did, you don't know where you're at. You're such a fraidy cat, but I love you just for that. You never want to do a little step and nod, you're just as shy as you can be. Like a pussy in the corner, you just sit and pout. Why don't you come and play with me? Say don't be a fraidy cat. Come on, admit your heart is going pitty-pat. 'Cause I love you just for that. Fraidy cat, meow, fraidy cat.
I was walking down the road all alone last night. The moon was a-shining and the stars were bright. The world seemed so peaceful, as still as a mouse, till I got to the neighborhood haunted house. Had a feeling something funny was a-going on. Noticed I was far from being alone. I overheard a ghost to another say, let's do the haunted house boogie in a ghostly way. Well, my knees started knocking and I almost froze. I started into trembling from my head to my toes. Remembered all the times when I used to boast what I'd do if I ever met a real live ghost. Came figures floating through the air. Through the window I could see them all gathered in there. Sudden I heard the shuffle, yes, the shuffle of the feet, doing the haunted house boogie with the ghostly beat. Well, I hadn't been drinking, so it must have been true. You might not believe it, but I'm telling you. My heart started pounding and I shut my eyes. Then I says, dear Lord, I'm much too young to die. Got up courage enough at last. I got away from there and I got away fast, until I couldn't hear the shuffle of the feet, doing the haunted house boogie with the ghostly beat.
Look out! Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over stories I had read before, while I nodded nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, someone rapping at my chamber door. The raven was at my door. The raven rushed to my door. The raven got through my door, and my face's claws were tearing. I was sure the end was nearing. Hopelessly I lay there in a fright, but the raven said, man, you're a square. Your music's good, but your beat's not there. Come on, man, I gotta teach you to rock tonight. The raven began to move. Yeah, the raven got in the groove. He said, come on, Dad, I gotta teach you to move. Play on now. Forsaken, somehow fate had left untaken. I awoke and found it just a crazy mixed up dream. But the raven really put me right. The raven made me see the light. The raven really put me on the beat. Yeah, the raven was never there. No, 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 no. The raven was never there. The raven, he was a nightmare. A crazy nightmare, a swinging nightmare. The raven was at my door.
Flap, 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 flap. Now flap your arms up
flap your arms back, shake your left hip, shake your right hip, shimmy, shake and shimmy your arms, shake and shimmy your hips. Now you're doing the drag. Oh, flap your wings and fly around, fly to the ceiling and hang upside down. Take off with a shimmy, 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 and a flap, a flap, a flap. Now you're doing the drag. All right. Flap, 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 now flap your arms and fly around, fly to the moon, but come back soon. Shimmy, shake and shimmy your arms, shake and shimmy your hips, 'cause you're doing the drag. Can you squeal when you flap your arms? Squeal a little more when you shake your hips. Baby, you are doing the drag. Shimmy, 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 and a flap, a flap, a flap. All right. Flap, 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 flap. Now fly up there and look around. See all those people down on the ground. Go around once more. Give it all you've got, 'cause you're doing the drag. 'Cause you're doing the drag. 'Cause you're doing the drag. Yes, you're doing the drag.
Did you ever take a walk on a cemetery? Spooks all around, shadows on the ground. Didn't know could be so scary. Every little thing gonna be alright. Ghost rock and roll. Bones rattle, skeleton hop. Ooh, on and on. It's just to take you and me down into the muddy grave. The night was dark, sky was blue, everything was fine. I was taking a walk underneath the moon with that little gal of mine. I saw smoke, I saw fire, then I saw the flame. A white icy finger came a-floating toward me and I heard it call my name. I began to shake, began to run, didn't know where to hide. When I looked up from where I stood, it was standing at my side. Just to take you and me down into the muddy grave.
I dreamed I was an angel that fell into disgrace. My wings came off and left me and I flew out into space. The darkness had no bottom, through emptiness I fell. My face began to laugh at me and then I heard it yell. Nightmare, villains and meanies tracking me down. Nightmare, Devils and genies floating around. Nightmare. Witches and goblins walking on air. Nightmare. I found a bush of goldfish in a hothouse packed with ice. My pockets couldn't hold them, so I traded them for mice. The mice turned into rabbits and then to kangaroos. They auctioned off my union suit to pay my union dues. Nightmare. Villains and meanies tracking me down. Nightmare. Devils and genies floating around. Nightmare. Witches and goblins walking on air. Nightmare. A space patrolman caught me and took me to the moon, but I flew back to nature on a 2-bit toy balloon. I landed in the ocean right on a buttercup and lived on pickled herring until someone woke me up. Nightmare. Villains and meanies tracking me down. Nightmare. Devils and genies floating around. Nightmare. Witches and goblins walking on air. Nightmare.
Trick or treat, trick or treat. Tonight is the night for trick or treat. Ring every doorbell on our street. Tonight is the night for trick or treat.
I've got a costume, mask and all.
I'll be a goblin 8 feet tall.
I'll be a witch on a great big broom.
We'll scare all the folks right out of the room.
You start out, 'cause I'm afraid it's the first time I've ever played.
Well, don't be a fraidy cat, just watch me. You'll see how fierce a goblin can be. First ring a doorbell loud and long, that lets them know you're a spook that's strong. Then when they answer, they'll gladly pay lots of cake and candy so you'll go away.
I've heard that a witch can cast a spell on folks that don't treat her so well. And if they don't treat me real nice, I'll turn them all into little white mice.
Some folks have tried to lock their door, but that gets a goblin good and sore. He might come back when it's real late and fly away with their front gate.
When all the goblins have been paid, there's no more need to be afraid.
You won't have any ghost to fear until they come again next year. Trick or treat, trick or treat. Tonight is the night for trick or treat. So be good to all the ghosts you meet. Tonight is the night for trick or treat.
I was walking by a graveyard just as sober as a judge. As I looked across the tombstones, well, I thought I saw one budge. Now you may think I'm crazy, and I know it sounds absurd, but if I'm not mistaken, boys, this is what I heard. Take that tombstone off my grave, 'cause I'm coming up tonight, and I'm gonna haunt you, baby, 'cause you ain't been doing right. Now you promised me you'd wait till we met up there above, but you hardly had me planted when you found a brand new love.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
That ain't right.
Oh, that ain't right. Hanging round that tombstone every night.
While you're up there running round, I'm burning up in this cold ground.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
That ain't right.
Oh, that ain't right.
Take that tombstone off my grave. I don't like that epitaph where it says I'm your beloved. Well, it's enough to make me laugh. Now I know you never cared from the way you now behave, and when I think of how you fool me, I keep turning in my grave.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
That ain't right.
That ain't right. Spending my insurance every night.
While you're dancing in the groove, I'm so stiff that I can't move.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
That ain't right.
Oh, that ain't right.
sheet that's mighty white, and I'm gonna do some calling at a certain house tonight. When you think you're all alone, I'll come floating through the air, and I know I'll find another sitting in my favorite chair. That ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right. You can't alibi your way tonight. Though I said I'd die for love, I really didn't need your extra shove. That ain't right.
No, that ain't right.
That ain't right.
That ain't right.
That ain't right. That ain't right. No, that ain't right. That ain't right.
It was early in the fall and a-blowing up a squall. From the trestle you could hear the weirdest moans. With a mighty lonesome cry came a whistle from the sky, and it chilled the very marrow in my bones. Then a loud rushing roar like you never heard before turned the blood to icy water in my veins. As I watched with rising fear, something strange was drawing near, and I saw in the clouds ghost trains. Ghost trains, ghost trains. What a fearful sight. The cannonball and number 9 were racing through the night. As they passed me by, I heard the engineer cry, give her coal, shovel it on.
You could see the firemen grinning in the engine that was waiting.
But I knew before the finish they'd be gone. You could see the drivers roll as they shoveled on the coal, and the black smoke came a-pouring from the stacks. As they thundered through the sky, I am here to testify, you could hear the wheels a-clicking on the tracks. Through the smoke and the steam, you could see the headlights gleam. Now I have no proof, but still the fact remains. You may doubt it, but I swear there were cinders in my hair when I saw in the clouds ghost trains. Ghost trains, ghost trains. What a fearful sight. The cannonball and number 9 were racing through the night. As they passed me by, I heard the engineer cry, give her coal, shovel it on.
You could see the firemen grinning in the engine that was winning.
But I knew before the finish they'd be gone. Ghost trains, ghost trains, ghost trains, ghost trains, ghost trains.
The night before Halloween, and all through my house, not a monster was stirring, not even a mouse. Igor was snuggled, all safe in his bed. He lay there so still, you'd think he was dead. The bats were all hung round the chimney with care, hanging there planning which people to scare. And Drac in his coffin, and I in my lab, creating a monster still warm on his slab. When all of a sudden I heard such a clatter, I ran from my lab to see what was the matter. I ran to the chamber, quick as a flash. There were my monsters doing the mash.
Everybody
I broke up the party and put them away, and told them to rest, for tomorrow's their day. When all of a sudden the clock struck 13, and Frankenstein yelled, it's Halloween. Up, Igor, Dracula, out of your bed. Let's go downtown and wake up the dead. And as the whole gang started off in the night, I heard them all singing,
Happy Halloween to all, and to all a good
kept her very well.
had a wife, couldn't keep her, put her in a pumpkin shell.
That he kept her very well.
Pumpkin eater, had a wife, couldn't keep her, put her in a pumpkin shell.
That he kept her very well.
Pumpkin eater, had a wife, couldn't keep her, put her in a pumpkin shell.
That he kept her very well. Kept her very well.
Pumpkin eater, had a wife, you couldn't keep her, you put her in a pumpkin shell.
And he kept her very well.
I go ape every time I see you smile. I'm a ding-dong gorilla and I'm carrying on caveman style. Gonna pop you on the head, gonna love you all the while. Well, I'm a monkey's uncle who's a cousin to a chimpanzee. Just a reeling and a rockin' and a swinging from a coconut tree. Baby, can you see you bring out the monkey business in me? Wrangle, tangle, ting, ting, tong. I'm related to old King Kong. Baby, won't you say you're mine? With a honky-tonky monkey shine. When I hold your hand, I'm a prehistoric man. I go ape. Baby, you know I'm gonna be true to you. Bring bananas in the morning and bring you coconuts too. Then we'll settle down in the nearest town to you. Wrangle, tangle, ting, ting, tong. Well, I'm related to old King Kong. Baby, won't you say you're mine? With a honky-tonky monkey shine. When I hold your hand, I'm a prehistoric man. I go ape.
Wibbity beat beat yummity yum yum trickity treat treat dum de dum dum trick or treat. It's so sweet, all the candy I can eat. It's Halloween at the end of October. I'm on the scene. Boy, am I sober.
I met this girl. She was beautiful sight, all dressed in red on this Halloween night.
It's Halloween at the end of October. I'm on the scene. Boy, am I sober.
She had a mask like a bird. She was dressed. She moved just like an angel, but for
But at the end of the night, our costumes all came on. But when she came nearer,
she looked just like Boris Karloff.
oh, what a trick she played on me. This was a short kick. I grabbed for my candy. I ran as fast as I could. Would she follow me? I bet she would. So if you judge a book, don't judge it by its cover, 'cause you might get burned
when you see your lover.
So let this be a real lesson to you all. It really doesn't matter if they tall or small.
Now it's Halloween at the end of October. I'm on the scene. Boy, am I sober?
So let this be a real lesson to you all. It really doesn't matter if they tall or small.
Halloween at the end of October, I'm on the scene. Boy, am I sober.
Wibbity wee wee yummity yum yum, triggity treat treat, dum de dum dum.
Halloween at the end of October, I'm on the scene. Boy, am I sober.
Baby, give me all your candy.
My baby's got a crush on Frankenstein. She thinks that monster is divine. She says I'd be her Valentine if I had a stiff and jerky walk, if I'd always grunt instead of talk, if I had his look she wouldn't balk at loving me. No siree. Another one she digs is Dracula, that old vampire spectacular. To use my baby's own vernacular, his cool, cold-blooded, icy stare, his shiny patent leather hair, the way his bat wings flap the air, give her a chill, a kind of thrill. The creature from the Black Lagoon makes my baby swoon. She says that she would dig me so much more if I looked a little more like a dinosaur. Well, old Dr. Jekyll had the right idea. He'd take a drink and make Mr. Hyde appear. I guess the time is now and the place is here. Hey, look what's happening to my face. Another face is in its place. Well, baby, do I suit your taste?
Crazy, baby.
Well, old Dr. Jekyll had the right idea. He'd take a drink and make Mr. Hyde appear. I guess the time is now and the place is here. Hey, look what's happening to my face. Another face is in its place. Well, baby, do I suit your taste?
Oh, I dig you.
Well, that's wonderful. Dig one up for me, too. Blah, blah, blah.
African jungle, behind the giant wall, there lives a huge gorilla, the most monstrous monster of all. His name is Kong, and they call him King. You can tell why at a glance. And everything starts jumping, then he goes into his dance.
Oh, it's the King Kong Stomp.
There's no escape.
Yes, it's the King Kong Stomp.
He just goes ape, and the jungle shakes with a mighty sound. when King Kong starts to monkey around. All the natives worship him. He's their very favorite beast, and he's always guest of honor when they have a special feast. Then the jungle drums begin to play a beat they know he'll dig, and Giant Kong puts on a show that's really, really big.
Oh, it's the King Kong Stomp.
There's no escape.
Yes, it's the King Kong Stomp.
He just goes ape, and the jungle shakes with a mighty sound when King Kong starts to monkey around.
city where the monsters go. Egon and Dracula, surfboard in hand, Frankie played in the sand.
Splish splash, they were having fun.
We've got two ghouls for everyone.
They learned how to surf, yeah, in a flash.
We were a surfer smash. The graveyard six were quite at home, riding the waves on their tombstone. Wolfman was worried he couldn't swim, so we decided to throw him in.
Splish splash, they were having fun.
We've got two ghouls for everyone.
They learned how to surf, yeah, in a flash.
We were a surfer smash. The stingrays were on the run. Dracula was riding one. Oh, that Drac is such a clown. Did someone say that Wolfman drowned?
Splish splash, they were having fun.
night when you were out on the lark, all alone and so afraid of the dark. That's the time you may encounter your host, the Rockin Ghost. Shh. When the winds are blowing up in the trees, and you're feeling kinda weak in the knees, who will follow you from pillar to post? The Rockin Ghost. Shh. Luckily, if you wanna get him going, all you do is say, I dig you the most, Ghost. Then you'll notice he'll be tipping his hat, 'cause he really is the swingin'est cat. When he hears you say, I dig you the most, the Rockin Ghost.
The most, Ghost.
Then you notice he'll be tipping his hat, 'cause he really is a swingin'est cat. When he hears you say, I dig you the most, the Rockin Ghost. The Rockin Ghost.
Halloween, hot jack-o'-lantern, it's Halloween. Apples hanging high, there's a big pumpkin pie in the sky. Children sing, children waltz, who gives a darn if your face is false? Jump on a broom like a witch, go and toss all your gloom in a ditch. Go out on the street for a trick or a treat, you're a cinch to strike it rich. Halloween, Halloween, all other holidays fall between. The night of all Halloween, light up the tallow and make it a bright Halloween. Halloween, Halloween, hot jack-o'-lantern, it's Halloween. Apples hanging high, there's a big pumpkin pie. Halloween, Halloween, all other holidays fall between. The night of all Halloween, light up the tallow and make it a bright Halloween.
I've got a friend who's big and round, and oh so jolly, gee whiz. Lend me your ear and you will hear just who this fellow is. He's Punky Punkin, the happy pumpkin, happy all the day, and his great big smile will scare your cares away. Punky Punkin, the happy pumpkin, never wears a frown. You can see that he's cut out to be a clown. The candlelight inside him makes his eyes light up and gleam. They shine right through the window at you for a happy Halloween. Punky Punkin's a happy pumpkin, and do you know why? 'Cause he's a jack-o'-lantern instead of being a pumpkin pie.
inside him makes his eyes light up and gleam. They shine right through the window at you for a happy Halloween. Punky Punkin's a happy pumpkin, and do you know why? 'Cause he's a jack-o'-lantern instead of being a pumpkin pie. Punky Punkin, the happy pumpkin, happy all the day.
And his great big smile will scare your cares away.
Punky Punkin, the happy pumpkin, never wears a frown.
You can see that he's cut out to be a clown. The candlelight inside him makes his eyes light up and gleam.
They shine right through the window at you for a happy Halloween. Punky Punkin's a happy pumpkin, and do you know why? 'Cause he's a jack-o'-lantern instead of being a pumpkin pie.
I was walking down the road all alone last night. The moon was shining and the stars were bright. The world seemed so peaceful, as still as a mouse, till I got to the neighborhood of Haunted House. Had a feeling something funny was a-going on. I noticed I was far from being alone. I overheard a ghost to another say, let's do the haunted house boogie in a ghostly way. Well, my knees started knocking, I almost froze. I started to tremble from head to toes. Remembered all the times when I used to boast what I'd do if I ever met a real live ghost. From the shadows came figures a-floating through the air. Through the window I could see them all gathered in there. Suddenly I heard the shuffle, yes, the shuffle of their feet, doing the haunted house boogie with a ghostly beat. Well, I hadn't been a-drinking, so it must have been true. You might not believe it, but I'm telling you. My heart started pounding and I shut my eyes. Then I said, dear Lord, I'm much too young to die. Well, I finally got up courage enough at last. I got away from there and I got away fast, until I couldn't hear the shuffle of their feet, doing the haunted house boogie with a ghostly beat. Started knocking and I almost froze. I started to tremble from my head to toes. Remembered all the times when I used to boast what I'd do if I ever met a real live ghost.
Oft upon the midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary, from a long trip on the Erie comes a rapping at my chamber door. It's an ectoplasmic tapping that disturbs my nightly napping, like a shroud that's gently flapping, emanating from the second floor. Buddies are we, me and the ghost upstairs, sipping our tea, me and the ghost upstairs. but he's inclined to moan when left alone. So I think of things that'll tickle his funny bone. Lonely old ghost upstairs, regular folks dropping our worldly cares, swapping our jokes, me and the ghost upstairs. And then he slaps his shroud and laughs out loud, and he says, oh boy, that'll paralyze all the crowd. Jolly old ghost upstairs. He's quite a cook, he serves a beautiful drink. He wrote a book, and with invisible ink I took a look, and the title upon my face was The Groups of Wraith. Once in a while he brings a gang of friends, does it in style, careless of what he spends. And though the place is small, we have a ball, 'cause you know those spooks don't require no room at all. We have some mighty fine affairs, me and the ghost upstairs.
In a house upon a rock along the countryside, at precisely 12 o'clock the spooks began to ride. Swinging at the seance, 12 ticks, swinging at the seance, hot licks with the medium in trance. How that horn began to play. Swinging at the seance, 5 men, swinging at the seance, jive men. When the trumpet blasted out, all the spooks began to shout. That music came through so sweetly low down, yet nobody knew who was riffing around. Swinging at the seance, black coats, swinging at the seance, blue notes. Why, the trumpet could have won a cup. Its jiving broke the seance up. And who do you think did the getting away? No one else but Billy May. Seance, 12 ticks, swinging at the seance, hot licks with the medium in trance. How that horn began to dance. Swinging at the seance, black coats, swinging at the seance, blue notes. Why, the trumpet could have won a cup. Its jiving broke the seance up. And who do you think did the ripping away? No one else but Billy May.
I'm a night owl. I wake up as soon as the sun goes down. Ooh, I'm a night owl. I start out and do the town up brown. I make light of the darkness like my friend in the tree. Long about 3, I'm hootin', still hootin'. Ooh, I'm a night owl. Just like this great bird, I am a late bird too. I make light of the darkness like my friend in the tree. Long about 3, I'm hootin', still hootin'. Ooh, I'm a night owl. Just like this great bird, I am a late bird too.
Haunting me, why are you haunting me? Though you're not near to me, you chain me, restrain me, so I'm never free. Oh, what a life! I'm filled with storm and strife. No, we are far apart. I see you, I hear you, you're still in my heart. Although I try to find someone new to love, I swear by the stars above, you come between us, haunting me. No, I keep on haunting me. If it can never be, release me, and stop haunting me.
Hobos round the campfire, they tell their tales to you. They sound so fantastic, you can't believe they're true. But pod, they are travelers and cover lots of ground. Listen to their awful story of an old ghost town. The streets are deserted, the buildings tumbling down. Mute as a graveyard, the spooks are chasing round. The cry of the coyote, the only living sound. All the cowboys and their horses left the old ghost town. Stands the old saloon where they drank from noon to noon. Never a thought about tomorrow. Odor of green perfume gone forever from the room. Laughter and song have turned to sorrow. No law and order, the sheriff has gone west. Outlaws cross the border with bullets in their chest. Boot Hill is deserted, on the map it can't be found. That's the ending of the story of an old ghost town. That's the ending of the story of an old ghost town.
Woke up this morning at 5:15. I looked out of my window and what do you suppose I seen? A great big wolf waiting at the door. And I know who he was waiting for. Oh, I wonder what's liable to happen to me. He looked at me and I looked at him. I says, what do you want? And he says, come down, let me in. I said, no, I ain't gonna let no wolf come right in the house. I should say not. Have enough trouble keeping you away from the door. Go on away from here now, boy. Oh, I wonder, wonder what's liable to happen to me. Went to get my gun, I couldn't find a shell. If I'd have found one, I'd have blowed him plumb to thunder, I'm telling you. I'd actually done it. I'd have filled him so full of buckshot, he'd have had ball-bearing joints. I ain't gonna leave no lion around or no elephant or nothing else. What's liable to happen to me?
Everybody in the valley has the strangest tale to tell. A story of a haunted house and a ghost they knew so well. If you pass by the haunted house there in the dead of night, you'd hear a woman's ghostly wail, but there was no ghost inside, for it was the yodeling ghost. She'd yodel in the cellar, the attic and the hall, as she wandered through the haunted house, you could hear her lonesome call. The women folks said they believed wind howled through the place, but the men folks all insisted that they could feel her fond embrace when they heard the yodeling ghost. She'd yodel in the moonlight, and when the rain would fall, and when it began to thunder, and you could hear her best of all. The women were a jealous lot to burn the old house down. There's peace down in the valley now, and you'll never hear a sound of that haunting, yodeling, taunting, yodeling ghost. No yodels from the cellar, no yodels from the halls. There's no haunted house to yodel in, and you'll hear no lonesome calls.
I was riding down a lonely road way down in Tennessee. The time was nearly midnight, it was dark as it could be. Dark as it could be. When all at once I heard the sound of music from afar, that good old country music on a fiddle and guitar. Fiddle and guitar. Ooh-wee, it was the Tennessee Ghost. Ooh-wee, it was the Tennessee Ghost. a fiddling and a picking like 1,000 men or more. The strangest mountain music you ever heard before. Strangest mountain music you ever heard before. Ooh-wee, a mighty man was he, the ghost from the mountains way down in Tennessee. So I rode on down the valley. Suddenly I saw that giant hillbilly. My soul was filled with awe. Soul was filled with awe. One foot was in the valley, one foot was on a hill. A roar came down like thunder, he was laughing fit to kill. Just laughing fit to kill. Ooh-wee, it was the Tennessee Ghost. Ooh-wee, it was the Tennessee Ghost. A fiddling and a picking like 1,000 men or more. The strangest mountain music you ever heard before. The strangest mountain music you ever heard before. Ooh-wee, a mighty man was he, the ghost from the mountains way down in Tennessee. That ooky spooky hillbilly from down in Tennessee.
There once was a sad little goblin who had a broken broom. When he went anywhere, it would wobble in the air, and his heart would fill with gloom. He tried so hard to fix it every night, but he just couldn't get it working right. The wobbling goblin with the broken broom could never fly too high. For right at the takeoff, another piece would break off, and soon he would be dangling in the sky. Each evening, just as he would leave the ground, his radio would say,
Control tower to Goblin, your broomstick is wobbling, you'd better make a landing right away.
It soon got so he could only ride when the witches took him piggyback, until at last he used his brain and bought himself an aeroplane. So if you'll look for him on Halloween, you'll see him zip and zoom. No harm can befall him, no longer can they call him the Wobblin Goblin with the broken broom. With the broken broom could never fly too high. For right at the takeoff, another piece would break off, and he would soon be dangling in the sky. Each evening, just as he would leave the ground, his radio would say,
Control tower to Goblin, your broomstick is wobbling, you better make a landing right away.
It soon got so he could only ride when the witches took him piggyback, until at last he used his brain and bought himself an aeroplane. So if you'll look for him on Halloween, you'll see him zip and zoom. No harm can befall him, no longer can they call him the Wobblin Goblin with the broken broom.
Well, I was cutting through the graveyard to get to my back door. It was just a little shortcut, and I'd been that way before. Now graveyards make me nervous, and I was just about in tears when out of a grave walked Lucy Jones, and she'd been dead for years. Then just off to my right, stood old Charlie Guest. Why, 10 years ago, I helped lay old Charlie to rest. And on my left was a shaking skeleton doing a graveyard dance. And I don't like to be around them bones, and them bones ain't wearing pants. Oh, I had a little talk with my feet, but my feet weren't talking back. I said, come on, feet, don't quit me now. Can't you make just a few more tracks? Then I saw Charlie and Lucy doing a graveyard dance. And I don't like to be around them bones, and them bones ain't wearing pants. Well, I thought I'd tell everybody about everything I'd seen, but then I thought about the bug house, if you know what I mean. Well, I ain't going back to that graveyard, I ain't gonna take no chance, 'cause I don't like to be around them bones, and them bones ain't wearing pants. No, I don't like to be around them bones, and them bones ain't wearing pants. Yeah, I don't like to be around them bones, and them bones ain't wearing pants.
Well, I just moved in my new house today.
Moving was hard when I got squared away. Bells started ringing and the chains rattled out. I knew I'd moved in a haunted house. Still I made up my mind to stay. Nothing was going to drive me away. Then I seen something that give me the creep. Had one big eye and two big teeth. I stood right there and did the free. He didn't stroll right up to me. Made a noise with his feet that sound like a drum.
Said don't be here when the morning comes.
Yes, I'll be here when the morning comes. Be right here and ain't gonna run. I bought this house and you know I'm boss. Ain't no hate gonna run me off. Had a hunk of meat in my hand. From outer space there sat a man. On the hot stove with the pots and pans. I said that's hot, he began to shout. He drank hot coffee right from the spout. He ate the raw meat right from my hand. He drank the hot grease from the frying pan. He said to me, now you better run.
And don't be here when the morning comes.
Yes, I'll be here when the morning comes. Be right here and ain't gonna run. I bought this house and you know I'm boss. There ain't no hate gonna run me off.
Well, I passed the graveyard about 12 o'clock. I saw those ghosts start to reel and rock. They're doing the graveyard boogie. Graveyard boogie. Graveyard boogie. Graveyard boogie. They're doing the graveyard boogie and they sure do rattle and bone. Look out, Deacon Darrell. Yes, yes. Oh, that's Mama's little man. His electric steel guitar. I looked at my feet, I said, let's go. The faster you run is much too slow. They're doing the graveyard boogie. Graveyard boogie. Graveyard boogie. Graveyard boogie. Doing the graveyard boogie and they show the rattling bone. Mr. Ted Cox and his piano. Yes, yes. 260 pounds. And a little bitty piano. Well, there I was standing all alone. My knees were knocking home, sweet home, went to the graveyard boogie. Graveyard boogie. Hey, the graveyard boogie. Graveyard boogie. In the graveyard boogie, they showed a rattling bone. Brother Kelly started posing now. Yes, yes. I'm nice, I'm nice. Here's all the boys with a little boogie rib. Listen, boogie rib. Well, I come back home and wrote this tune. Let's all get together and eat the graveyard moon to do the graveyard boogie. Graveyard boogie. Here's the graveyard boogie. Graveyard boogie. Doing the graveyard boogie and you show the rattling bone.
Cowpoke went riding out one dark and windy day. Up on a ridge he rested as he went along his way, when all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw a-plowing through the ragged skies and up a cloudy draw. The ghost herd in the sky. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves was made of steel. Their horns was black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming hard and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-yi-yi! Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, and shirts all soaked with sweat. They're riding hard to catch that herd, but they ain't caught 'em yet. 'Cause they got to ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire as they ride on, hear their cry. Yippee-yay, yippee-oh, gold riders in the sky. The riders looked on by him and he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell a riding on our range, then cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride, a-trying to catch that devil's herd across these endless skies.
Yippee-yay, yippee-oh, Ghost Riders in the sky. Ghost Riders in the sky.
Spooky shadows and a grin, goblins dancing in the rain, trick-or-treaters spin. Feel the magic in the air, a night beyond compare. It's Halloween, such a scene. It's Halloween, join the spooky ring. Ghostly whispers all around,
Candy's in a heap,
ebony monsters making haunted sounds. Watch the shadows green, costumes shining in the night, a ghoulish delight. It's Halloween,
crisp autumn leaves,
such a scene. It's Halloween,
laughter and scream.
join the spooky dream.
Swing through the sky,
Blue sky,
witches riding
riding high,
underneath the moon.
the moon.
Spirits start their tune.
It's Halloween, such a scene. It's Halloween, join the spooky dream.
Doom, 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 doom.
Hearty, hearty memories that you have made. Hearty memories. Hearty, hearty memories that you have made. Hearty memories. Well, at night as I sleep, I pray to the Lord of above. I pray to my dear Lord, well, send me the one I love. Hearty, hearty memories that you have made. Hearty memories. Lord of above, I pray to my dear Lord, will send me the one I love. Hearty, hearty memories that you have made. Hearty memories.
Skilly-dee, 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 ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha, hee hee hee. Ha 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 ha, hee hee hee. Yeah, you got me head over heels in love. You got me hooked a little turtle dove. I see your face in all my dreams. Oh, wee poppy, you're my little jelly bean. I feel just like I could fly. When I look into your great big eyes, your lips taste just like cherry ice cream. Oh, wee poppy, you're my little jelly bean. Ooh-wee, baby, when I kiss your lips. Ooh-wee, baby, you make me flip. You're as sweet as grapes on the vine. Whoa, you upset my mind. You got me head over heels in love. You got me hooked a little turtle dove. See your face in all my dreams. Well, we bop, you're my little jelly bean.
It happened on midnight on Halloween. The graveyard really was a jumping scene. There was Dracula and Wolfman too. Then came a chap from out of the blue. Said to the zombie, do the zombie, do the zombie right now. Come on, baby, all over the town. This dance wasn't there to do. Come on, baby, wanna teach it to you. Yeah, come on, get up off the seat now. You can do it if you really try. This dance will set you a-going. Come on, baby, let's start showing. When you dance and it feels slow this, a groovy dance that you can't miss. It's number one on the Tombstone chart. And when you do it, you will lose your heart. Well, come on now, baby. You can do it if you really try. What a dance if you really get it moving. Come on, baby, don't let me show. Take it. Come on, baby, looking good. One more time, just like you should. Move a little closer to me. Then come on, baby, now can't you
If you ever go surfing late at night, when the beach is dark and the moon is bright, that's when he rises from a watery grave and rides toward shore on a giant wave.
Oh, he's the surf monster, yeah, yeah. Surf monster, yeah, yeah.
He looks like a man, but he's covered with scales. There's seaweed growing from his fingernails, and when he rides the surf, you can hear him wail, "Cowabunga!" They say he's the ghost of a surf maniac who went out one night and never came back. He became a creature from beneath the sea, Now he'll ride the surf till eternity.
Oh, he's the surf monster, yeah, yeah. Surf monster, yeah, yeah.
He looks like a man, but he's covered with scales. There's seaweed growing from his fingernails. And when he rides the surf, you can hear him wail.